Hello and welcome to the Elite Network. My name is Smitty Fox, and guess what? Today I have a very special guest for our Phenomenal Women series. Eva Burnett joins us today to tell her special story. Sometimes we as women get caught up being a phenomenal mother, an entrepreneur, and wanting to give us back to the community. But sometimes we need to take a moment to take care of ourselves. And in Eva's powerful story, we hope to share with you the awareness of how important it is to take care of yourself. And when you are faced with something, how wonderful God's grace and mercy is when He delivers you from whatever that may be. Eva, thank you so much for joining us today. I am so very excited that you would come on the show and share your story with us. You have always been an amazing woman to me. And I've known you for 20 years. And I turned 21 yesterday. So, Eva, now let's just talk a little bit about being a mom. And I know you as a very dedicated mom. And you go all out to take care of your kids and the things that you've done. Share with us about your world as a mother.
Oh, it's a job. Never stops. You know, you're like, oh, when they get 18, that'll be it. No, you still worry.
Mm-hmm.
You still worry, period. You worry when they're born, and you worry when they're grown. You worry when they have kids. You worry when their kids have kids. It don't stop. So
Yes.
yeah.
But also, you are an awesome sister, you know, and you come from a couple of sisters. Tell us a little bit about your mom and dad and your sisters.
My dad is full-blooded Puerto Rican.
Mm-hmm.
Speak no English. Raymond Diaz. Born in Puerto Rico, 5 foot, 140 pounds, wear a size 8 shoe.
Whoa.
My mother, born in Mobile, Alabama, 5'11", wear a size 12 shoe, 100% sister. Yeah.
And they had 100% sister-daughter, because
right.
that's what you are. You're
That's
a combination of the two.
Mhm.
And if she was to stand up, she's quite, we call it voluptuous. You know, simply voluptuous and sexy. Yes, you are. So you are in an industry, as far as what you do for a living, that's different from most women.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Underground construction. I'm a asbestos removal supervisor, certified. I do underground tunnels for DWP, Department of Water and Power, out of Los Angeles. I lay concrete. I'm a groundman, and I went into the doctor just to get a regular mammogram, and they said they seen a shadow.
Okay. Now I'm going to back you up a little bit before we go into that. How intimidating are you to the men as a groundswoman?
Very. Because when I go on the job site, I'm the only female. You know, so they, treat me like I'm like an egg. Oh, well, don't do this. We'll get this. We'll do. No, I can get it done. I'm here to work. So it's very intimidating.
And I've always known you to hold your own. There's never been anything that I know of that you couldn't accomplish. And you're very passionate about the things that you have been doing. So what you have been doing is surrounding yourself with so much of the world that you hadn't taken time to really get involved in you. And you stop for a little bit. You go, hey man, I need to go in and take a checkup.
Yeah.
Let me see what's going on in my world. So let's talk about that a little bit. When you finally slowed down to go check on Eva, what did you find out?
Yeah, when I did take time out for me, I said, oh, well, let me go get a mammogram. It's about that time. So I went in, and they said they seen a shadow. Like a shadow? Oh, it's nothing, don't worry. And then they, they sat me down. They told me they believe it's breast cancer, but they're not sure, so they want to do a biopsy just to make sure. So anytime they say the word biopsy, it's cancer. So I went in, and they did a biopsy, but they put me to sleep because I had a biopsy years ago, like 1980. And it was so very painful. I remember the word biopsy. So I said, I don't want that again, not while I'm awake.
Right.
So they did the biopsy, and they seen I had 3 tumors in my right breast. And while I was asleep, the doctor took the one cancer away. The same doctor, he didn't even see the other two cancers that was huge in the same breast. So I went and got a second opinion. And the second opinion, when I got there, because this first doctor told me that I was cancer free. Don't worry about it. You don't need no radiation, no chemo. I took it. So I said, well, let me get in a second opinion. I mean, because this is my body. So I went and got a second opinion in Newport Beach, Hogue, and they told me they did a mammogram and ultrasound, and they did an MRI, and one test showed one cancer, and another test showed another cancer. You know, not a blemish, actual full-blown 10-year growing cancers in my right breast. So I almost fell off the table. I was devastated, like somebody gave me a death sentence.
Right.
You know, so they said, well, it's a second stage. I said, what does all that mean? Second stage, you know, breast cancer. Well, the size of it looked like it's been growing for like 10 years. And I'm like, oh, I had no idea. Other than, you know, the rash on my breast. But I went to the doctor, and the doctor said, oh, don't worry about it. That's just something, you know, detergent, you know, sensitive. But when I went to the doctor and they took a culture and they found out what it was, it went away. You know, the cancer. When they found out what it was and they did the little test, and so you never know.
So your journey after discovering that you had stage 2, am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
Stage 2 breast cancer, which many of us don't go to the doctor. And they teach you how to do the self-breast examinations, where we should be doing those every time you take a shower. So you should be doing your self-breast examination every single time you take a shower. Mm-hmm. And your doctor will instruct you how to do that. But we get caught up in our time. Mm-hmm. And it's not to say that you didn't go to the doctor, because you just said when you did go, one doctor didn't see it and the other doctor did. So that responsibility kind of lays on us even more so to get the second opinion. And that's what's amazing that you did. You got the second opinion, and you didn't sit and wait to try and figure out what was going on. Mm-hmm. You went and got that second opinion. Mm-hmm. And to me, by the grace of God, his hand moved you one way, and the doctors were able to do what they did, mm-hmm. and you're sitting here today. And I remember when you called me, and I didn't have words, you know, because I was choked so. And we were in 2 different states, and I'm like, I need to be there. I want to be there. And I want to be able to be a support to my sister. So as much as I could do over the phone and praying and hoping that everything was going to be okay, I let you sit right in the middle where you were, because I knew God was going to take care of you. And he did that. Now, when we come back from this break, Eva's going to share with you a little more about her journey and what actually happened after that diagnosis of second stage breast cancer. And we're going to inspire you to do a few little things in your own life. We'll be right back after this next break.